All right, what's going on, everybody? We back with a spectacular show. Spectacular. Crazy how I put that together, right? But we got a jam-packed show. We're gonna be talking a lot of hoops, as you know, Thursdays at 8 o'clock. It's all about the wrist motion in the form. So, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we appreciate everybody tuning in and who will tune in and who will see this on the pre-recorded. You know what I'm saying? Naj will be with us. I'm saying little ladies on the road right now, orchestrated behind the scenes. So shout out to the young man. But got a man coming on today, a young man coming on today, very special from the Grovetown area transition. Now it's gonna be hooping at Grayson. Probably, definitely one of the best players in Georgia, if not the best player in Georgia in the class of 2027. You know what I'm saying? Bona fide, solidified, best two-way player, probably in the nation. One of the best. You know what I'm saying? He's playing for the Georgia Stars right now. Has set the scenes crazy. OTR, man. So without that being said, man, we're gonna go ahead and welcome on the one and only, the man, the myth, the legend, Marcus Curry. What's going on, brother?
What's up?
That was a smooth introduction, man. I ain't slight you by none, man.
Nah, that was pretty cool.
All right, for sure, man. How you doing today, brother?
Good. How are you?
I can't complain, man. So, you know what I'm saying, as I introduce, well, actually, you know what I'm saying, introduce yourself to the people, man. Let them know, you know what I'm saying, who you are. You know what I'm saying, if they don't know what they're doing, they're under a rock. But just let the people know, you know what I'm saying, what you're about, where you're from, and all that good stuff.
My name is Marcus Curry Jr. from Augusta, Georgia, but I just moved to Grayson this year, class of 2027. Play with Georgia Stars. Obviously, you said that already, but yeah.
Yeah, elite, definitely very elite. Definitely do your homework, do your research, jot down your notes. You know what I'm saying? Catch him early now. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, he finna take off like this. Not even like this, just like this, though, brother. You know what I'm saying? You from, you know what I'm saying, East Georgia. You know what I mean? So what does it mean to you, you know what I'm saying, to come from an area like that, Augusta? It's a cool area, you know what I'm saying? Home of James Brown, you know what I'm saying? Home of Peach Jam, you know, if you will. It's a little further east, but just tell us about that area, man. Why basketball is so highly regarded out there.
Usually most people don't really come from Augusta because there's so much going on down there. So most people don't really get out from it. So I'm just kind of thankful to be one of those people that are able to get their name out there. Yeah. So.
100%, man. So like, where did it start for you, man? I'm saying, how did basketball become, you know what I'm saying, this means of expression, this means of getting out, I'm saying, that environment?
When I was younger, my dad kind of just put the ball in my hand, so it kind of just went like that. But when I was younger, I wasn't really as into it. But I got older and I learned, and then it just became a love for me. Ever since then, it's just been going up.
Can you remember a specific moment where it was like, you know what I'm saying, when it clicked for you? It was like, yeah, I'm killing everybody now. I might have something.
Probably like when I feel like the competition is what clicked for me, because when I felt like I wasn't better than people. That's when I wasn't really messing with it. But when I learned to have confidence for myself, that's when I really like locked into it.
100%. It's like, if you could describe your game in maybe 1, 2, 3 words, what would you say?
Bucket.
Bucket. Okay. Well, I'm saying, why are you a bucket, bro?
Me personally, I don't feel like nobody can stay in front of me. It just is what it is.
And you play good defense. I was watching, you know what I'm saying, some of the film from the EYBL session. I think I was playing the Florida Rebels. You know what I'm saying? You picked Buddy Clean in the backcourt. I can't remember if you know what I'm saying, you hit the tomahawk, but you know what I'm saying, knowing your athleticism, you probably did. So just speak a little bit about, you know what I'm saying, you wanted to have the same type of standard on the defensive side that you have on the offensive side.
Uh, you know, people like it's always seen on the offensive side. That's how most basketball played now, and just being able to play the defensive side makes it easier for you to be seen. So
100%. I like that, brother. So when you turn on the film, man, who's somebody you watch? You know what I'm saying? You watch Ant, probably Ant. You know what I mean? Who you like?
KD.
KD.
Yeah, I've always just that was like the first person I really pulled myself to because that's just how I'm built, how I felt like I was built. So
Okay. So how tall you supposed to be? You 6'6" right now, right?
yes, sir.
How tall you supposed to be? How tall you supposed to grow to?
6'7".
6'7". Okay. Okay. 6'7". Two. So like, if you know, what I'm saying, I called you a 2-way. A two-way killer. You know what I'm saying? What's your? I know you play 2K. You know what I'm saying? What would you call yourself? Like, what's your bill, bro?
Ugh. Two-way playmaker.
Two-way playmaker, no shot,
Mostly
no
or
sharp,
slashing.
slasher,
Yeah.
no
Just
sharp.
yeah. I don't like I can shoot, but like it's not. It just I just like getting to the paint. Like it's just easy.
It's easy. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta get to the elephant in the room, man. Y'all went undefeated, right? This past weekend.
Last weekend we went. Well, we could have, but I got hurt my last game, so it kind of threw it off.
Little ankle, rolled your ankle or something.
Yeah, pretty bad too.
So how long you gonna be out?
I need to go get an X-ray. That's
We'll leave that alone. We'll leave that alone. We're gonna wish you well, man. But just whenever you were playing, just how was it going? How was the heat? How was the competition? What teams did you play?
we played Florida Rebels and Alabama Fusion. First two games. First game I had 18. Second game I had 26. So it's
26 out. 26 against the Rebels. Fusion.
against Fusion.
Fusion. Who they got on the Fusion? I know the Rebels. They always keep some. They always keep some good.
Fusion. They don't got like no like completely just known players, but they got good pieces. So
All right, all right. So like, you on Georgia Stars. I'm saying, let me ask you, what did you play? Did you play this past summer when they won it, the junior EYBL?
I wasn't. Yeah, I was, but I wasn't on that team. Obviously, yeah.
Okay. So, what made you gravitate to playing with the Georgia Stars? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they did their thing. I think 2013, Wendell Carter and that crew. You know what I'm saying, why did you join Georgia Stars when you could have went easily to the Atlanta Celtics? You could have went by game elite. What traded you to Nike?
The reason I went to Georgia Stars because like that was one of the first teams that put a lot of trust in me, and like that's just something I feel as if they put trust in me, I should put trust in them. So just live with it.
100%, 100%. I like that, brother. So, you know what I'm saying, well, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, even though you got the ankle injury, what is your goals this year? What do you want to improve at, man?
I definitely want to improve on my field goal. Like I feel that will expand how I play way more. Um, Being a better leader, I feel like I gotta do that way more. But that's really it.
I feel
But
like go ahead. My bad.
but yeah, mainly being a leader. Yeah.
What area you know what I'm saying? You feel like, what's your personality? You acquire, you like to show people, lead by example, or you want to become more vocal?
Uh, Lead people by example. I'm already pretty vocal. I feel as if yeah, I'm pretty vocal, but I feel like I can lead better as a better example for people,
Okay.
and not just in basketball, like all in like in general.
In general. All right. I'm gonna touch back on just coming from Augusta. Uh, what what about Augusta? You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, I watch you play. You know what I'm saying, you got a grit to your game. You know what I'm saying, you letting people know. You know what I'm saying, you and Nas kind of got similar styles. Just, you know what I'm saying, letting people know. You know what I'm saying, you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying, you're gonna do it. So, what about your upbringing gave you that? Just that, you know what I'm saying, I got to be a dog every night.
Uh, I didn't really play with people my age when I was younger.
Okay.
I always played with like older people, so I always just had to get it on my own. So just built me to be a stronger person when I play.
What was that moment when you were playing against the older guys? That, you know what I'm saying, you got hit with that verse shit like, Pop, I don't know. You know what I'm saying, these older cats is tough. I might need to go down and play with my age group. I might need to go back to the sandbox.
When I learned my dad was gonna let me do that.
So that's, how many times did you try to convince me? Nah, Pop, I need to get my fundamental down before I go to the moon. How many times did you try to convince me?
Probably every time after we played.
When did it sink in? It was like, all right, man, I'm getting it. You know what I'm saying? And what was your mindset? You know what I'm saying? I know you're young, you know what I'm saying, you don't really see the long-term vision, but just as you growing through adversity, as you're going through pain and frustration, what was your mindset going through it all, going through all of that?
that's just gonna make me better. It wasn't doing nothing to hurt me. It was just building me up to play people.
Is the brand of basketball in Augusta? Is it trash talk or are they? You know what I'm saying they're more like
Yeah,
I'm just
it's a lot of talking and way it's real physical. Like there's a lot of physicality when you play, so you just gotta get used to it.
okay. Okay. You so like what type of pads do you wear any like the rib pads? You know what I'm saying? What or you just go out there raw dog?
I just wear regular. I usually wear no sleeve. Yeah, compression.
Pressure. Okay. What's your go-to hoop shoe right now, bro?
Well, probably KD Force.
The Force.
Yeah,
That's like the grape, the peanut butter jelly colorways, or like that. Like
it's like yeah, I got some
you
Uno
got
one, Uno color,
which colorway?
Uno.
Uno.
Yeah,
These are probably the best KD. You agree?
and then I just got the Kobe Waters that just came out, but played those couple games, played pretty good. So
Okay.
I'm probably gonna be wearing those way more.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What's your like? What's your routine pregame? Did you like to chill? You know what I'm saying? You listen to Young Boy. You know what I'm saying? You either play on an empty stomach. What do you do?
I most time, yeah, I play on empty stomach, like real empty. I'm not gonna lie. And then just depend on the day if I listen to music or not.
Okay. Okay. What's your most memorable game? Was it on? And what circuit was it on, or was it just a regular pickup game around the house?
Uh, for me, my most memorable game was probably my first game of high school this year, cause like that was the first time I ever really had to put a team on, not put a team on my back, but like be the main character of a team.
How many points you scored?
First game I had 27.
27. That's tough. Class 2027. So you a sophomore, averaging wait, 20. You a sophomore, and you scored 27 in your first game, man. That's most people don't do that, brother.
Yes, sir.
So you know what I'm saying you played Grayson. You know what I'm saying you went up against Caleb Holt. You had like 22, 24 points. I said, just what was your walk me through your mindset before that game? Were you nervous? And if so, how'd you calm down?
Uh, I was nervous, but when I started playing, I was just thinking like these people the same as me, just trying to get to it. So it's just play basketball.
What's your go-to move, bro?
Long crossover,
Long crossover. You get that Allen Iverson inspiration
slightly.
slightly.
Really, Katie though. Just
Yeah, you got the tall body crossover.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You're getting a lot of attention on the circuit, man. On the radar. You know what I'm saying? They wrote you up. They always writing you up. Matt Feldman, you know what I'm saying? He put you on his EYBL notables. So I'm saying, what does this all mean to you, bro? You know what I'm saying? It's coming kind of fast for you.
I'm just thankful to be seen. Like I didn't usually get that when I was younger, so I'm just grateful for it.
As well at the circuit, man, who would you say is somebody, you know what I'm saying, you saw this past weekend that down the road you want to, you know what I'm saying, I gotta play him. He's on my list. Or do you even have this, or is it just like I don't see faces. I'm just ready to play against anybody.
Yeah, I don't really see faces like that. Just play basketball.
Who would you say is like your top? You know what I'm saying, are you have a dream school right now? You know what I'm saying? I know you're getting ready to go into your junior year or sophomore year, excuse me,
For college,
for college. Yes, sir.
Duke.
Duke.
That's always been my dream school.
Why?
It's just that was the first school that pulled me in. Like my dad always used to have me watching, so it was just like it just automatically went there.
So you probably watched let's see, not Zion, probably a little bit before that, right?
I did watch Zion a lot of them.
But like who was like that first Duke team that captivated you?
If I'm being honest, it actually is kind of Zion. Like when they were playing, because Before that I used to watch basketball, but I wasn't like into it for real. So it was just a look instead of really getting inside of it, like really watching it.
For sure. So how much film do you watch? You know what I'm saying? They talk about like the kids. They just, I mean, a lot of people ain't really ain't watching. You know what I'm saying? I mean, know the NBA ratings is up for the first round of the playoffs, but you know what I'm saying a lot of the younger generation ain't really watching the games. And most people be on 2K. So why do you think that's the case?
I feel as if some people don't think film is important because it's not like some people don't really want to see their mistakes after they make them, so they don't feel as if they really need to watch film. But it's just basically like you're studying class.
Studying
Like
class. What do you mean?
it's like the same way you'll do homework. You got to look over the stuff to learn it. So obviously, if you don't watch film, you're just gonna keep making the same mistakes over and over. So if you watch film, you're just gonna learn what you do. Don't make mistakes.
But there is, you gotta agree, like there is a creative essence to it. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of coming up with your own moves. I get what you're saying though.
Yeah.
So like how much do you balance out? Like I need to study film and need to obviously know my mistakes, but it's also a balance of like I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I don't wanna, yes, I study KD because I like his game, but I also want to be, you know what I'm saying, Marcus at the same time.
So really, you just like you watch the film, but you don't completely just like take it over. You always just gotta put your like little spin onto it. Like you just play with swag.
So what's your process if that makes sense?
Like what you mean by that?
So I Curry does know, or anybody, you'll say, you know what I'm saying, between the legs, side step, you know what I'm saying, Jay, or you know what I'm saying, between the leg, bounce, side step. So like what's your process of like how do I make a move my own?
Well, it's not really make a move my own. It's just most of the time I just do stuff to get myself open. Like it's not really like oh
Instincts.
yeah, I'm thinking before it. It's just whatever gets me open and how I get to my spots. Like I just know how to get to my spots well, so I just do whatever I gotta do to get there.
All right, for sure. So let me ask you this, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, you know what I'm saying, you're athletic, you do a lot of things. But if you had to choose, kill off the dribble or run off screens and be an elite spot up shooter, if you had to choose between the two skills,
Uh, Run off screens, be a spot up shooter. It's easier.
less physical.
Yeah.
All right. So and then step. Let's see. Now this any variation of move, three for game winner or punch on somebody and one with like you know what I'm saying with 2 seconds left, still got to play D.
Punch on somebody in one.
Punch on somebody and one
Uh,
over the dagger three.
yeah.
Why? Just because you want to have that poster.
Yeah. And it's just for me that would be more memorable. I'll be honest.
100%. What's the way? What's something on your basketball your list that you like? I want to accomplish these things before I exit high school and go on to Duke at the next level.
Uh I want to win a state championship for my high school. Um I want to have my jersey retired for sure.
Mm.
And then yeah, those two. Yeah, those two right there, yeah.
So in your head, so I'm sure you thought about this. What what does that dream entail? Do I know what if you thought like I need to average something crazy like let's say 27 or 30 to get my jersey retired? Because a lot of great hoopers are have come through Grayson and are coming through Grayson. So so you gotta do something special. So now what I'm saying, what does your dream entail?
Uh I feel like I just gotta instead of just being an influencer in basketball, like I feel like I had to have a part in the school, like completely.
What you mean, like giving back to the kids or like like
Yeah,
put bad drives?
like I feel like I should influence the whole school in some way, not just to be known as like some type just oh he was good at basketball. Like I want people to remember me as like, oh yeah, he's a good person, great person. I love talking to him. Feel like I can speak to him anytime, just that type of person.
I like that, brother. I like that. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got to transcend and be a man to people. So I'm saying if you Nah, that's not a good one. That's not a good one. Like, so what do you do during your regular day when you're not doing basketball? I know it's probably on like maybe 1 or 2 days a week. Just what do you do when you chilling?
Sleep, sleep and eat. That's all I do.
Let me get back on because you said sleep. I had to go back. If you for a person to say sleep, that means they ain't getting sleep during the week. So how early does your day start?
I usually wake up at 4:30,
4:30. And what time you go to bed? 10, 11,
10, 11. Yeah,
10, 11. That's a long day, boy. So if you get up at 4:30, probably hit the gym at 5.
yeah, 5. Yeah, I hit the gym like 5:30. Work out till 7, and then I get 2 class periods between. Then I work out again, and then we get the rest of school day. Then I work out after school.
Okay. So you get 2 a day. So you still getting more than average. But when you look at like, I know you've seen a doc, Jeremy Kane's doc, you know what I'm saying? He's homeschooled. So he may hit that gym maybe 3, maybe 4. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If you really crunching time. So, and, the Mamba mentality is the more times I'm hitting that gym, the better I'm going to be. So just what's your thoughts on like going to school, which is very big for like, I'm saying, social interaction, like for something you want to do, you want to be influential with your student body, versus somebody who's got homeschool, they kind of control their own time, their own schedule.
I mean, it's like there's pros on each side, but me personally, I wouldn't be able to do the homeschool thing. Yeah, I have to be around people.
And the people.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. So like, what's your thoughts on just like a doc? You know what I'm saying? Have you found somebody to shoot a doc, or you like, nah, I don't really want my personal life out like that. I want to just hoop and make it.
Uh, I mean, I've gotten asked the question before. I just haven't really been thinking. Like that hasn't been my priorities at the moment, so I haven't
100%.
really been thinking about it yet.
I got you. I got you. So brother, as we kind of come to a close here, do you want to talk about the list? I know you was kind of upset about it.
I mean, looking at it, it just is what it is. I played those guys.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say what happened when I played the guys, but congratulations to everybody. But next update, my name will be on it.
100%, brother. You know what I'm saying? You killing the game, averaging what 17 points in the UIBL junior UIBL.
Yeah, and that's including the game I played only the first quarter with 5 points. So yeah, that brought my average down a lot.
So you probably averaging 20, probably
22.
25, 22.
Yeah, it would have been if I would have played that full game, probably been like 24, something like that.
What's it like? You know what I'm saying? When you get in that mode, man, is it what's it like when you get in that mode, bro?
Like when I get in that mode, it's just like I gotta get a bucket. Like I gotta if we lose this game, it's my fault. So I put myself in a place where like I have to do things to win the game. Like no matter what it is.
Now you didn't get in. Did you get a? Well, no, I won't say that. Let's just talk about some of your teammates as well, man. Actually, before we get to that, man, so you're 2027. Bob was at the top. Bob can go for sure out of the
Mhm.
DMV, another homeschool kid. But just what's your opinion on his game? And also, when the list is all said and done, where do you see yourself on that top 100?
With Baba, I mean, I guarded him last year when we played him. He had 9. I guarded him the whole game, and 7 of his points were free throws. So I mean, but with the list, I feel like by the time I feel like I'm finished, I should be at least top 15, top 10.
Top 15, top 10. We're gonna push you top 10, but I think you top 10 for sure. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be 6'7", you know what I'm saying, high caliber wing, and you play on both sides of the ball, brother. You know what I'm saying? You kind of, I'm not gonna say you are him, but you are him, you know what I'm saying? But it's the brother who just transferred. I know you know what I'm talking about, from Washington State. Um
Um,
hold on, I
I forget
got
his
you.
name was.
I got it in my notes. College basketball. Cedric Howard. Similar style, man. You may not know him, but definitely
I feel like
chopped
I've
up.
heard it before.
Yeah, he was on a tear. He was like one of the best scorers and a two-way player in college basketball. He got hurt, season-ending injury, 5 games in, 5 points. Crazy correlation there. But we want to talk about your teammate AJ Williams, man. So you know what I'm saying, just let us know about y'all relationship and those battles on in the gym.
Well, he's on my younger team, but like in practice, we always go at each other. He's a bucket, so it is. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, he is a bucket.
You like that for sure. He be killing you, but it's all right, bro.
Nah, he don't be killing me though.
You don't be killing you.
He don't be killing me
You don't be
though.
burning your eyelids off.
I don't go for it.
So who's on your who's somebody on your team right now? I mean, the whole world's looking at y'all, man. But who's somebody on your team right now that needs more shine, needs more notoriety?
For Shaw Tisby.
Shy Tisby, big.
Nah, he's a guard. He's basically the same as me.
Okay. Why did so? What about his game makes him spectacular?
We're almost like the same people, like almost the same way we play, same. It's just as he hasn't gotten his name out there before I did. So
All right. So last thing about the team, man, y'all loaded. How many players off this team you think can go D1?
all of them.
Big, big. I love that answer, man. And I gotta ask you, man, going to Grayson, man, just why Grayson coming from Grovetown?
So it was already kind of in my plans because if I stayed at Grovetown, most of my older players would be leaving,
Mm.
and I felt as if they were family, so I wasn't just going to leave, obviously. But after my coach left the past year, it kind of just set it up perfectly for me. So I just went ahead and made the move.
I like that, man. What is there a team you most looking forward to playing during the school season? You got McCutcheon up there, you know what I'm saying? You got Milton, you got Pebblebrook, Norcross, Wheeler. Wheeler for sure. All right, man. So as we let you go, as we come to a close, brother, you know what I'm saying? What is something that the state of Georgia, if not the nation and the world will know about excuse me, Marcus Curry by the time, you know what I'm saying, he graduates from high school?
He like that.
He like
That's
that.
all. He like that.
All right, but you want to shout anybody out, man? All right, here come now. I got to let them tap in with you too. Go ahead, Nash.
What's going on, MJ, man? How's everything? I know he's about to go, man. How's everything going, brother?
It's good.
Appreciate you, man. I'll be quick, man. I know he's about to go. Obviously, he's asking about the Grayson move and everything like that, man. Just talk about just an area of your game you feel like kind of differentiates you from just everybody else. What makes you special in your eyes?
I feel like being able to use my athleticism on defense, like most people don't use that. So I feel like that just separates me.
For sure. And then for you, MJ, just what are some things you want to accomplish, man, going forward in this year? Obviously, going with the Grayson Rams.
State championship. That's my main goal this year. Be able to bring the team to a state championship.
Okay. Any individual goals?
Individually, obviously, ESPN ranked. That's my main goal. Like, just working towards that.
Got you. And then is there anybody you like to watch, my man, just, in terms of college, NBA, anybody that you kind of model your game after?
KD, always.
Okay. Well, we know he's the greatest scorer ever. Just what
Yeah.
about his game you like the most?
How he's able to get to his spots and just rise over people.
Okay. Got you. What's your thoughts on the youngin? I don't know if Baker's actually this, but Ant-Man just going through kind of like the old era and kind of established himself in this new era.
I just like how he's a dog. Like, he don't let nobody like just step in front of him. He always just get to work.
Got you. And then just what circuit are you running on this summer? Will you be EYBL? Will you be Under Armour? Will you be 3SSB? What kind of circuit are you running on this summer?
EYBL.
Okay. Who you playing with?
Georgia Stars.
All right. If you can walk us through, I'm sure Baker's but walk us through just the Georgia Stars, just the team we know one of the best programs here in AAU in the terms of Georgia in the country. Just what makes that program so different than the rest?
How like close we are, like as a family, all our groups, like all ages are just so connected. It just feels like Instead of most teams will just be like, oh yeah, we coming in this weekend, we gotta play with them, blah blah blah. Like it's just a consistent family thing with us.
Got you. And then y'all go all over the country, man. So how is practice? I know. I mean, y'all be getting players from all over, bro. Like y'all be getting players from, I'm saying southeast, the west. Like, how do y'all all practice together and have that continuity when you play?
Uh, it's really not the practice that brings us together. It's just the fact that we're able to like talk to each other outside of practice. So it's just like more of we're able to actually be friends. It's not just oh yeah, this is just like, yes, business, but like it's not just that one thing that keeps us together.
Got you. Let me ask you this. I'm gonna put you back as you was a true freshman, right? What advice or what would you tell your younger self that you know now when he was going through that process?
Just to have confidence.
Why confidence?
Because without confidence, just because you work on something doesn't mean you're going to use it. If you don't believe in yourself, who else is?
Simple as that. One more, brother. I'll let you go, man. Obviously, definitely one of the better, players here in the state of Georgia. What would you say is the best process to go about just maybe getting yourself out there and noticed? If you're a star talent, star player, that others that can maybe just use this interview in order to help themselves.
For sure, going to camps, and just going out there and using what you've worked on. If you go to camps, you will be seen.
Simple as that. That's all I got, brother.
Hey, well, brother, we appreciate you coming on, man. If you want to shout anybody out, man, now the floor is yours, my friend.
Shout out my dad for sure. He's a reason I'm really here for real. So,
what's Pop's name, man? Before we let you go.
Marcus Curry Sr.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I love it. All right, my man, keep balling, man, and good luck this season. If we don't see you with Grayson, all right.
All right, appreciate it for having me on here.
Yes, sir. You talking, brother?
Love, man.
All right, man. There goes MJ Curry, man. Great job by you, Bacon, setting that up, man. That was a good interview. I was trying to listen to spots, man. I was riding on the road, man. How we put this together, brother, is crazy. I'm coming back from Milton. I couldn't be on the whole interview, so I caught bits and pieces and then just hopped on. But I'm glad we interviewed MJ. And he's a baller, bro. Balled at Grovetown. I mean, him going to Grayson, that's going to do a lot for his profile. And obviously playing with Georgia Stars, man. I think it's just a matter of time, man, before that kid's ranked.
Nah, definitely, man. Definitely top 10. Definitely top 10 guy, I believe. Two-way. Say he's supposed to grow to 6'7". I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? 6'7", bro.
Boy,
be a killer, bro.
Yeah, he gonna be different, bro. Yeah, 6'7". Come on, who not gonna want it at a wing spot? And then he already got the confidence. He like to play defense. Come on, bro. And then he can already score anywhere on the floor.
Up at 4:30 in the morning. Come on, bro.
Yeah, he different, bro.
Go to bed at 10. That's nothing the young kids and parents don't take from listening to our podcast. We bring on these high caliber athletes. You got to get up early and you got to go to bed. 10 ain't late, but when you've been on since 4:30, that's late.
Right.
So is our second guest in the chat?
She is in the background. She's muted, and then there's no video. I think we got her now. All right, hold on.
Are we smooth?
I think we're smooth.
All right, what's up, play? How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
We can't complain, man. We appreciate you coming on. This, I'm saying, introduce yourself to the people, man. Let them know what you're about.
Okay, I'm Elise McClain, class of 2026, shooting guard. Actually, I play every position, so versatile.
You play the 5?
I can play the 5.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
5'11". I guess my height for sure. And I seen you took a picture with Camilla. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yes, sir.
So how'd that go?
That was good. I really look up to her game. I respect her game a lot.
100%, man. So you know what I'm saying. You from the Huntsville area. It's really like the second Mecca. You know what I'm saying. So just let us know what is the culture, you know what I'm saying, surrounding the area of Huntsville.
I feel like Huntsville is like slept on. Like I feel like everything down south is like still being developed compared to the other. But I also feel like we have a big group of girls and we are very, good and slept on, honestly.
100%, definitely, man. I was talking with Coach King and Ra. He was like, "Yeah, man, she can let it fly. You know what I'm saying? You might shoot that guy like 14 times a game and hit that like 8. So, like, where do you like? where did the love of basketball come for you?
Honestly, well, both of my parents played, so I've been playing my whole life. Like I've just been taught basketball. It's just basketball, basketball, basketball. It's like I don't know nothing else besides basketball. Honestly.
What's your favorite spot on the court?
The wing. I can catch, shoot. That's easy.
100%.
Like a free throw.
Like a free throw. So you got it off the muscle.
Right.
All right, for sure. So, and one more question I'm gonna throw to Naj. Just where would you be? You know what I'm saying, if you weren't playing basketball?
If I wasn't, I think I'd be somewhere in the books trying to become a doctor. That's really what I want to do when I'm done with basketball.
So you like science?
I do. I love science.
What drew you to science? That's interesting.
What drill?
Like what made you choose like being a doctor, and what about science like fascinates you to like this is something I can't put down. I really like this.
Well, I want to be a doctor because all of my aunties, all my family members, they're all doctors, like that, and they make a whole lot of money. So
100%.
yeah, and I think science is just interesting to me. I don't know. It's just like researching and everything. I don't know.
Understand. Keep following that dream. Man. Go ahead now.
So, at least question for you. You talk about your versatility of your game. So, just talk a little bit about how you think it's taking another level.
So right now I'm working on getting my mid-range, like off the mid-range shot, cause I'm more of a either drive to the basket or pop the three, and so becoming a 3-level scorer is what I'm working on right now.
How important for you is that mid-range game just in the sport of women's basketball? We see NBA and other sports is not used as much, but how important is that?
That's very important. I think I think the mid-range shot is so dangerous because it's hard to guard, and everybody, if you watch college ball, that's what they're doing every time.
It's on it.
One dribble pull up.
100%. And then I just want you to talk about just your versatility a little bit. Not your versatility, I'm sorry. I want you to talk about your training regimen. How does that go about? Because like I said, to be such a complete player as you are, you have to go through a lot of training sessions. What's that kind of like for you?
Well, usually I practice in the morning. We have a school ball practice first block, and then after school, I'm either doing weights or I have training after school every day. So it's not much time
Gotcha.
to.
For sure. Bacon, I'm gonna leave and come back. My audio's messed up. I'll be right back. When I come back, I'm gonna resume.
That's bad, brother.
Sorry.
All good, brother. All good. So at least you know what I'm saying. The first thing I think I had a coach is my audio might be tripping now. I had a Coach King's smile. Saying, "What's your smile? You're always smiling. I just saw you smile. So like, why you always smile?"
I don't know. I'm just like a funny person. I honestly think I'm Coach King's favorite player, honestly, and I don't know. I just love the game. It's so fun. That's the reason I'm still playing. It's just I have true love for the sport.
Nah. You definitely can tell. You know what I'm saying, from watching your film that you love the game. And I gotta flash you back when you hit that game winner. You know what I'm saying? First weekend, you knocked down something at the Bucks, man. Just walk me through that moment.
It was crazy. It was a tight game, and you know, you gotta come through when it's time.
For sure. You know what I'm saying? Was that your first game winner that you ever hit, or no? Just you know what I'm saying, or have you?
And I hit a game winner against my rival team at school ball last year at Bob Jones because I came from Sparkman. I hit a game winner that game too. It just feels so great to win.
Who's your rival?
Sparkman.
Oh, okay. So school you came from, you got down the game winner.
Yes, sir.
That's tough. So you know what I'm saying, you have actually before we get to Bob Jones, so we just talked to Marcus Curry. You know, he get up at 4:30 in the morning, man. So I'm saying, how early are you getting up to chase your dream?
I usually get up around 6 o'clock. I have workouts at like 7 to like 8, and then we practice after that. Usually not 4:30, but yeah.
Nah, for sure. Do your thing, man. As long as you get. So how many workout sessions you do a day? Like 2, 3?
2 workout sessions a day. And usually almost every day a week.
7 days a week?
No, not on Sundays. Not on the weekend. 5 days a week. Sorry.
I think this is my Dukes right here. Erica McLean, go Elise. This is my Dukes, I think. Shake her head, bro.
I ain't gonna shake your hand. Mama's showing support.
Because she's very supportive, yeah.
Shout out to mom.
Shout out to her.
Go ahead now. You know what I'm saying? I know you was tapping in before you logged off.
Yeah, so I just want you to talk a little bit about Elise. Like, this is a great season for you, all area team, all state. What was that work you put in this past summer to see it kind of elevate on the court?
So I came from Sparkman, so I had to adjust to like a whole new team, a whole new coaching staff, and I feel like my coach really just pushed me to a whole nother level. I went from just being like a sharpshooter to being the top scorer, being able to drive to the basket, being able to hit the three off the dribble, just all around.
Got you. When did you, just curious, when did you hit that kind of growth spurt to go to 6'1"? Because it looks like I say, you filled out well.
Probably around when the season started, right around when the season started, honestly.
Wow.
And I think I'm still growing too.
That's kind of crazy. Where were you at before you hit 6'1"?
I was 5'10".
Okay, wow.
5'11".
Oh, okay, cool. Did you notice any differences maybe in your body, or like when you was like going through kind of the regimens, knees hurting a little bit more, or it's just been everything's been natural?
I've always had knee pains. I still have knee pains. My knees always have been terrible acting up. So
how do you play? Like, I know that's tough to play through. How do you play through that? Do you ice a lot? Are you using just different therapies? Like, how do you play through
stretching, icing? Like, I'm always with my trainers. Like, I'm always talking to the trainers. They always tell me ice, heat, stretch. They overemphasize stretching. So.
Got you. And speaking of your trainers, I want to go through some of them. I want to ask you about Rod Digital. I know he was one of the ones that trained you a little bit. Just talk about the impact he kind of had on your game and how he's been helping you out as well.
He helped me become more aggressive. Like, how do I explain? Like, finishing through contact. Just like all around defense. Like, just being more aggressive.
Got you. And then what about the current trainers you have now that you see pretty much every day?
Yeah, I have a trainer. Her name is Coach Webb. She played for LSU and she played overseas. So she kind of just helps me like move quick with the ball handling, mid-range shots, and just off the shots.
For sure. Okay, let me ask you this. What's your thoughts about the growth of just women's college basketball, WNBA? I feel like it's at an unparalleled height. Y'all are getting recruited way more now. Let's talk about the growth of the game in your eyes. I mean, you're playing through it now, but what's your thoughts on it?
I think it's awesome. Honestly, I think women's basketball is getting a whole lot more recognition that they've been deserved, and I think it's amazing. Honestly.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm excited to be a part of that.
100%. And then what were your thoughts this as a basketball fan just on the rivalry you've seen over the last few years in women's college basketball? Obviously, Andrew Reese, Caitlin Clark, South Carolina doing their thing, UConn finally getting back to the mountaintop. What's your thoughts on just the latest in the sport?
I find it I love watching basketball, college basketball, more than I watch WNBA. So I just feel like it's just like I feel like it's something I can look up to and kind of relate my game to them. So I love watching.
100%. And then I just want to ask just like what is this recognition meant to you that you've been getting? Obviously, Seton Hall, big time offer, all this recognition, all area offer. What is that meant to you?
It just makes me feel extremely blessed, and it honestly like encourages me to keep working harder because now I see that coaches are watching me, and now I like see I need to improve my game so more and more coaches can see that in me.
100%. Last one, I'll throw it to you, Bacon. On the defense side of the ball, you talked about how Coach Rod obviously helped you with that. What do you think is the key to being a good defender?
Being aggressive, talking, being quick. Really talking though. Honestly.
Being vocal, that's big. That's big. I gotta ask you, man. I'm scrolling through the TL, man. You played against. You talk about you played. You had a great game against Spartan, but you also played at Hoover. You know what I'm saying, against Kristen. You know what I'm saying? We know she's number one playing class of 21, class of 2027. So, just how was that game, man? You know what I'm saying, how was that matchup? I'm sure you saying you had to switch on her a couple times.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good game. I wish we would have won. We should have won that game, honestly. But they're a very disciplined team, and obviously Kristen is a great player. They have plenty of good players on that team, so it was a really good matchup. Because Bob Jones, we also have great players on our team as well.
Nah, for sure. I got a, you know what I'm saying, I got a catalog. You know what I'm saying, for lack of a better word, of players through Bob Jones. But this, you know what I'm saying, from watching her from afar, you know, so you couple of minutes down the road, what is it about her game that makes her special?
She is quick. She's not scared. She plays up to her opponents, so she doesn't play like she's just a freshman. She plays like she's gonna beat you no matter what. So I love her game, and she can shoot off that three. She can shoot off that mid range. She can hit them layups.
Yeah.
And she talk mess on defense. Yeah.
You be talking, you know what I'm saying? You be quiet.
Absolutely. No, I absolutely be talking. I be talking right back to her.
What does that do for your game, man? You know what I'm saying? Is that something that you kind of
hypes me
do?
up. It hypes me up. It gets me like turned. Like I'm really finna take this ball from you. Like I said I was gonna do it, so now I got to.
That dog mentality. I love it. I love that. You know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? You're 2026. You know what I'm saying? You've been on a couple of business, you know what I'm saying? We got some, I'm sure we got some tech fans on, man. You got the chance to meet Coach Nell. I think Chaz did too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Chaz did chit chat, right? So just let the people know, let us know how was it when you came to the city of Atlanta and meeting Coach Nell.
It was amazing. I love the city of Atlanta. I love just visiting the city, and it was a beautiful campus. And the coaches, the actual building is very big and nice. And yeah, I love the coaches were nice too.
All right. Well, what's your, aside from the gym, what was your most favorite thing about the campus?
Probably the people. Like it's kind of like in Atlanta, so like you walking around, it's just like you see. You said besides the city?
No, besides like the arena where they play basketball.
Okay, yeah. It's like people everywhere. So like you just walking by, you see like people who don't even go on campus. You just see everybody. And I don't know. I like to be seen.
For sure. Said I like to be seen is crazy.
What's some goals you got for yourself? You know what I'm saying? In this AAU season and for the upcoming school season.
My goal really is to get stronger, get my legs stronger, continue to prevent injuries, and just build better as a leader, and just be better than I was last year. Be a dog.
Now you said being better as a leader. I know you can talk. You know what I'm saying? So what do you want to get better at specifically at being a leader?
Well, like not just telling my teammates, but actually helping my teammates out. Like even off the court, like helping them maybe like run plays or like work out with them or anything, just building us all up so we all can be at the top together.
A family orientation, you know what I'm saying? Right. So is that something you've always had, to be family oriented, or is that something, you know, say you got from Coach Raw, Coach King, or from my Dukes?
I think I get this from my mom because she always cares about everybody else. She always looking out for other people. So yeah, I feel like yeah, on the court I can display that.
All right. So I'm saying, who is Elise off the court, man? What do you do? You know what I'm saying? What type of music you listen to? You know what I'm saying? What's your favorite brand to wear?
Okay, off the court, I'm probably like a hot girl, like, but I'm book smart. I like to take pictures. I like to listen to like Raw Wave, Young Boy, all them artists. Yeah, I love take pictures, making videos. I want to be an influencer too, honestly. That's why I want the NILs.
Hey, I was about to ask you about the NIL too. Just how people can profit off their name, image, and likeness. I know you know some strategies. I'm already knowing.
Yes, I'm already on it.
Tap in. So let the people know, man, like how you being strategic about growing your brand, and especially in a state that's not too fond of the NIL bag right now.
Just getting myself out there. Like I post like a whole lot of basketball stuff all the time on my page, just trying to make my page grow. Talking to people, just getting my name out there.
And then you at least, obviously I don't want to get too much to your following, but just like Instagram wise, like how has that been functioning for you? Because I know when I was researching some of the highest NIL earners, they have a pretty big following on Instagram.
Yeah, my Instagram's still growing. I'm like at 2,000 something.
Okay.
But I'm also going on TikTok. I got like 7,000 followers on there.
Jeez.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm getting up there slowly.
Yeah, I think you like 3K away, and you can start monetizing your videos.
Right. I can start getting paid for real.
Yeah. Okay. I guess the question for you, Lisa, I know you've been consistent with your content. Just any advice for small influencers or streamers that are trying to get to that level, like kind of where you almost at?
Right. Just have confidence and just don't care what anybody else thinks. Just post what you want. If you want to grow your basketball page, continue to post basketball content, and you'll get there eventually.
All right. Now, look, I would be remiss. I think Mom's Duke, so they'll appreciate this. I'm gonna put you on some game with an app. All right. Blink below. I told Bacon been slipping. It's called Flip. All right. Now I've been on it for about 3 months. Now look, I ain't made a lot of money on it, but I made a couple of hundred. All right. But it's the new biggest app, I think. And a lot of TikTok influencers are going over there. So basically, how it works is the first product, you just gotta buy a product. I say go from like $10 to $20, right? Get the product that you can start doing videos. You start making money instantly. You don't even have to have a certain following or nothing. You make money off people watching your videos for more than 3 seconds.
Really?
So, yeah. So I'm gonna send the information. I think Ross sent the number, but try that app out. They got like beauty, business, whole bunch of different stuff. But a lot of people are flocking there. But you can get on there, get verified before it really takes off. Could be another stream for you too.
Thank you. I'm definitely gonna try that because,
for sure.
Trying to grow my influencer business too.
You know what I'm saying? Then you could be an affiliate marketing, start collabing with brands. Next thing you know, you're a big brand.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I understand. This is why people come on Just As the News podcast. Not only do you get exposure, but you get the game how to further your NIL, your business exposure.
Right.
100%. So so you talked about Rod Wave, and we'll kind of wrap it up, maybe one or two.
We got you, mama. We got you. We're gonna send all that info out. Both of y'all can profit off it.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
We love it.
But you listen to Rod Wave, I'm sure you listen to the Sinners soundtrack. Have you seen Sinners? And
oh my goodness, I wanted to see that so bad. I'm gonna see it this weekend. I have to see it sometime. I have to make myself have some free time to go see it.
Not for sure. In time, man. When the time is right, it's definitely a good show. But in a couple words, however many words you want to take, man. If you could describe yourself for the people, what would you say?
I would say strong. I would say,
Take your time.
I would say strong, hardworking, beautiful, like exuberant, like.
That's a good word.
Yeah. You know what that means? I just mean like.
Yeah, like bubbly, full of a lot.
Yeah.
Exuberant, really expressive. 100%. Where can they follow you at? Where can they tap in with Mr. Elise and stay locked in at?
Okay, they can find me on Instagram, Love Elise, with 3 E's at the end. And on TikTok, if they want to follow my TikTok, is CBFW.
All right, for sure. One more before we let you go. What would you tell the younger version of Elise? You know what I'm saying? And where do you think you'll be in the next 5 years?
She froze.
Tough.
See if we get her back, but she is froze.
All right. Nah, definitely hit us in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? At least probably been one, I'm saying definitely top five. Definitely top five, sure. Guest fat on the pod. You know what I'm saying? This energy, exuberant, as she said, man. But effervescent.
Yeah, lively, bubbly.
Lively, bubbly. I like that, brother. You know what I'm saying? Bookworm. Bookworm, yeah.
You gotta be. Got a whole stack of books in front of me.
What you got on that shelf, man?
I got a lot on that shelf, man. I got what I got over there. I got
Go-tos.
Justice While Black. I got a couple Spanish books.
See?
I got an AI book, 40 Laws of Power. Some good stuff.
I like that. Yes, sir. We like to be well read over this way, man, for sure. I got some books in my reach as I touch on them right now. But you know what I'm saying? Definitely, if we get Elise back on, we'll see. I don't think I got a message. But if we don't, man, definitely stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We got some hot topics we're gonna get into. So we got about a good 45, 50 minutes left on the show. We don't want to hold y'all, maybe 30, 45. We don't want to hold y'all too long because we know it's already late.
Thanks you back for the final question.
Sorry, my phone overheated.
All good. So
Your mom held you to this.
Thank you, man. Come on, 5-year plan. She quit.
Mama ain't playing, bro. Mama ain't playing.
At all. Biggest fan, biggest supporter right there.
Oh man. Go ahead, Big. I don't think she heard your question.
Yeah, last question. Just what would be your advice to your younger self, and where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Okay, my advice to my younger self would have been to never lose confidence. Don't let any coach tell you that you can't do something, or let any person just make you lose confidence or lose love for a sport. And myself in 5 years, I want to say congratulations, because I know you're somewhere big, doing something big, and I know your dreams are paying off.
Absolutely. Well, Miss Elise, man, we appreciate you coming on and taking some time out of your busy day to chop it up with us, man. We appreciate you, and we know you'll be doing great things moving forward. We'll definitely stay tapped in with your journey for sure.
Thank you. Thank you for the interview.
Most definitely. Have a blessed one. All right, brother. There it is. There we have it, people, man. Definitely go follow Miss Elise. And as she said her ads. I'm definitely going to put her Twitter out there again. You can follow her on Twitter at ELISEM _3 Elise, because she's going to shoot that 3-ball, and she's a class of 2026 playing for Now Elite out of Huntsville, Alabama. But with that being said, we're going to transition, you know what I'm saying, into some more news, man. We got some big basketball news, man. It's some news really broke today, but we're going to start with this one out of Pace Academy. Yes, man. Thank y'all, man. Thank you for I'm saying that for allowing her to come on the show. Appreciate you hitting me back this morning. And I hope, you know what I'm saying, I'm sure after this time you've landed safely from your flight, man. So, you know what I'm saying, praise to the you know what I'm saying, praise to the Most High that you got here safely. You know what I'm saying, definitely have a blessed rest of your night. But definitely stay on, man, because we got some more, you know what I'm saying, just as the news. We're gonna talk about a little WBB, you know what I'm saying? So definitely stay tapped in. But you know what I'm saying, some big news out of Pace Academy, man. I believe this broke 2 or 3 days ago. You know what I'm saying? Probably the biggest gem of the class of 2026 class that was underrated. Chandler Bing has committed to an SEC school out of Tennessee, Vanderbilt, man. So he's a Commodore brother. So when you first saw this, you know what I'm saying, just let me know what was your initial thoughts. Now, Lee, appreciate you, coach. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, first off, man, I'm happy for him. I talked about it on my daily show today. You know, he was committed to Texas State, man. I was just like, yo, that don't really, I don't want to say it didn't fit him, but he's just too good of a talent to me for Texas State. 6'6", long, athletic, can play defense, can shoot the basketball, drive to the rim. I just thought his game was more complete. And it's not easy to do what he did. Like, he could have easily, you know, went on the path, went to Texas State, whatever, but he decided to wait. He betted on himself, if we really want to talk about it and think about it. Being betted on himself, and it came true. He started popped off in some games earlier this year. I think it was one of the games they might have went up against Caleb, if I'm not mistaken. And he really challenged himself and popped off. And I think more college coaches seen it. He had a Vanderbilt, I think it was a UV, an unofficial visit, and must have went well and decided to go there, man. So he just, to me, feels like an SEC type of a player. You know, and the key to with college, I was talking to a coach. It doesn't really matter like necessarily where you go because you can always transfer up. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's the true testament of just continue to work, continue to battle, and eventually you're gonna get what's yours. And I'm just happy for him, man. I don't know him personally, but again, I'm just happy for him. He's able to go play at Vanderbilt. Hope he continues to grow and get better, man. I think he's gonna be a great player for him.
Yeah, I agree. But to your point, that game against Holy Innocents, I think he had 45. I think it was at the Hawks Naismith Classic. He had 45 against Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Had his opportunity to interview Chandler. Similar to MJ, man. Just a real savant of the game. I asked him about, man, so like, how did you affect the game? Did really knock down too many threes? Like, yeah, man, I just kind of came in, played my game, went to the mid range, got to my spots, played defense, very active. You know what I'm saying? Just tell while just talking to him, he really understands the game, and that's what you're gonna get out of a player out of the Coach Shamar White, I'm saying, program. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna be thorough. So I'm saying, definitely shout out to him for getting this done. I'm gonna stay on this same page, and we're gonna go talk some more Pace Academy news, man. Because I got a player, class of 2028, who's just been rated the #1 recruit in that class, and here we go right here. Bentley Luceno, I believe that's how they pronounced it. Bentley Luceno, #1 player in the class of 2028. Been seen him pop off, you know what I'm saying? I didn't really watch Pace Academy real close, but they did have a solid run in the GHSA tourney. So, brother, you know what I'm saying? You never know who's gonna be the #1 player in the class, you know what I'm saying, especially upcoming class, but this is tough. This is tough, brother. So when you saw this, and were you surprised? Do you have a more of an inside track on Pace Academy?
I'm a little shocked. I don't know. Maybe he's improved a lot. Trying to mince my words. I'm not sure if he's #1 in his class. To say he's a top player for sure. #1's a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? #1, like, you're him. You know what I'm saying? Usually to me, that means like dominant numbers. Now, he was in a different system with obviously Coach White. Coach White holds you to a certain standard. You got to buy in the team. I got to see him. It was change hoops for change classic or something like that they had.
Yeah.
He definitely has the size and the width in order to be great. Maybe, like I said, maybe he's improved from when I last seen him. We seen him too, Bacon, when they played up against Pebblebrook too.
Yes.
Remember that game? I don't know. I feel like #1, you're imposing, like, you know what I'm saying? You're making a grand impact. Now, you can rebound the basketball at a high level. I just don't know if #1 just seems high to me. You know what I'm saying? And again, I just don't mean no disrespect. You know, just from what I've seen, I don't know if #1 is a lot, bro. #1 is like, okay, you came in freshman year, you popping it. Like, respectfully, I think AJ Williams is a dog. AJ Williams is not even in the top 25 or whatever this list came out.
That's valid.
I can't even say that Bentley's better than AJ. AJ is him.
He's him.
You would say camp invites. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. So I'm trying to be like respectful when I say it, Bacon. Because it's not like he's not a top player. I just like they're saying he's the best in the country. I don't know about that, Bacon.
Nah, for sure. I agree. See, you know what I'm saying? You believe that he's earned off his upside. That's what you alluded to.
Yes. He's earned upside, Bacon. But again, we got to remember what we're saying when we're saying #1, bro. #1 is #1. Right? Caleb Hogan didn't get #1. I'm trying to think of top. Caleb, who's a dog.
Yeah.
#1. We seen him young. We seen him as a freshman. Caleb was doing his thing in that circuit we seen.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, bro. That's maybe it's me. I mean, what you think?
I mean, now to your point, because I forgot we did see them play at Willie that day. You know what I'm saying? didn't flash enough for me to create a highlight tape. Obviously you didn't do that thing, but we can't really judge him too hard off one game. Like I said, we didn't go to multiple games, but I definitely say it again.
I would the multiple.
Oh, you with them more? You know what I'm saying? Like I
Yeah.
said, you got a better track, but I definitely do remember listening to what's that streaming service? The streaming service that everybody goes to watch, what I'm saying, that streams
Baller
Hawks
TV?
Nays. Say it again.
Baller TV?
Not Baller TV, it's the local one. They stream the Hawks Naismith Classic every year. But it's fine if you can't remember, but I remember the commentator saying his name multiple times. That's the only reason why I know how to pronounce his last name. I know I'm close. I know I'm not spot on, but I definitely know I'm close. But so that's my only, what I'm saying, kind of calling card measuring stick. But what I'm saying, you saw it multiple times. You say he didn't jump off the page too. I mean, you
That could be number one.
You voicing your opinion, and people gotta respect that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not gonna agree, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. This definitely will put a magnifying glass on him moving forward. And you know what I'm saying? So we'll evaluate him accordingly moving forward for sure. But definitely congratulations to the young man Pace Academy for, you know what I'm saying, for earning the prestigious honor.
100%.
Right. You know what I'm saying? In more news, we talked about Chandler Bing. Now we got to talk about, you know what I'm saying, some more Georgia kids, man. You know what I'm saying, we had the Under Armour circuit this past weekend along with the EYBL circuit, but three young men from Georgia, you know what I'm saying, they got some accolades, man, per the circuit. First team, and I believe first defensive team for Hakeem Weems from Osborne, who now plays for Mount Verd. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hakeem. Made first team. Let's see what he's young in there. Let's see. Kingston Whitty, Pro 1 Alabama. You know what I'm saying? He made first team. Hakeem Weems, here we go. Atlanta Express, Marcus Gillespie. OTE players. Marcus averaged 17 points. 6.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and an elite 2.3 steals a game. Man, that's a third on this list for steals per game, behind obviously Kingston Whitty and Jacob Lanier out of Texas. So definitely want to shout out these young men now, and as well our defensive team, Hakeem Weems, 3-star prospect. I'm surprised he's only a 3-star prospect. I'm also surprised that Georgia Tech hadn't got into the sweepstakes for the services of Hakeem Weems. But brother, you know what I'm saying? Just give me your opinion on those three young men.
Yeah, Hakeem Weems would be a nice player for them. 6'9", 170. Maybe it's the weight. I feel like you know what I'm saying, I feel like Coach Stuttermeyer, I don't know him personally, but from what he's recruited, he likes guys probably around that height, but a little bit kind of a little more girth, Bacon. You know what I'm saying? You look at Bay Dongo, Mohamed Silla, a little more good. I think even not Cole Kurok, but
you're talking about who you talking about? He's big.
Yeah, Cole is committed to Tech, right? Am I tripping?
Cole,
yeah, McVay's the other one. Yeah, Cole Kurok is committed to Tech. McVay's committed to Georgia. Yeah, that's what I'm mixing up. Yeah, like he's 7 foot, good girth. So that might be why he's not. But the kid can ball, man. We look at Weems and another versatile. Yeah, you know, and that's what they need. But I think that's why they got Peyton Marshall too, by the way. But I like Hakeem, bro. I was watching this game. Do a little bit of everything, man. And I think Gillespie is still just slept on. I mean, now he's getting more notice and notoriety on the Under Armour circuit. You know what I'm saying? Getting more shout outs, getting more Instagram videos, man. You know, I know Tech, I think, was recruiting very high at one point. I mean, he'd be a great addition to the team. Solid wing on the outside perimeter, get his own shot, own bucket. I think Gillespie is a true bucket getter. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta look at this tape, man. He was frying. This is in North Carolina, I believe. He was frying, brother. Back it up. I don't know what became live, man. That's probably off the dribble by 33 there, spin, little jelly layup. His bag is just so complex. You know what I'm saying? Talking to him, that's Hakeem right there, I believe. Playing the OTE this year, they was like, Coach, playing with the cold hearts. He didn't really score a lot early on. It's like he just played a lot of defense. I'm like, why he's not scoring? So I asked him. He was like, pretty much, Coach wanted me to just come out there and play defense. And when Kai went down, like, Coach wanted me to just just come out and explode. And you know what I'm saying, we see it on full display. It definitely look like he's got a lot more polished. I think, and I could be wrong. I'm sure. I'm saying I'll talk to him. He'll definitely let me know. But just frying, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? When people say that, man, that kid was frying, that's what they talk about. So I had to pull that up, but I'm sorry.
100%. What's your thoughts?
Now, I mean, I'm not surprised to see those three really. I didn't know Kingston was on the Under Armour circuit, but you know what I'm saying, he definitely caught our eye multiple times playing for Holy Innocents. He was like, yeah, Caleb Wilson's finally got that help he needs. Devin Hutchinson, Kingston Whitty, and a couple others. But you know, Mark gonna do what he do. You know what I'm saying? King plays for Mount Bird. You know what I'm saying? He played with the historic coach there who's no longer there. I believe he's moved on to Oak Hill. I can't remember. Don't quote me. But you know, two solidified players from the GA, from the Peach State, putting on for the city, man. So can't be upset at that.
Good point.
All right, we're going to transition. Look at another young man who plays with the Georgia Stars, man. Justin Wise, played for North Oconee. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaning on Naj for this one. Play football. He plays two sports. So you know what I'm saying, I got to get your football take. I know, you know what I'm saying, you're well versed, you know what I'm saying, in between the lines. So I'm saying, what are your thoughts?
I didn't see him a lot in football. Maybe I'm tripping. I was at the state championship game. But in terms of hooping, the dude is different. You know what I'm saying? Like, he already captured 2 state championships. I'm trying so hard to get them in the Corky. They still up in the air just to I'll be trying to get the best talent in this state and put them on the stage, bro. But already 1,000 career points. And then you go back and look at the state championship against Pace Academy. He won them that game. Like, Kamari Brooks was dominant on the boards, but just his ability to go get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Whenever a run was made, always cool, calm, and collected. Being able to distribute the basketball. He's just a player that's complete. He's gotten better and better. He's more comfortable compared to what he looked like as a freshman, and he's established himself as one of the best in the state. The country. I mean, that's why he won sophomore All-American. So the kid is, he's a stud, man. I mean, he can practically do everything, and he's gonna be a coach's dream, 100% at the next level.
Absolutely, yeah. I believe you brought him up on an earlier podcast, like during the basketball season. Like, yeah, Becky, the kid Justin Wise is like that. You know what I'm saying? And for good reason. Sophomore All-American per Max Preps. Already passed the threshold of 1,000 points, playing alongside Marcus Curry. I mean, so again, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying, the Georgia Stars haven't been back to the mountaintop. The actual Peach Jam. We know they won junior EYBL last year, but I think this is the next group that's gonna end the drought for sure. So definitely tap into the Stars. You know what I'm saying, if you're at OTR or if you want to take that trip all the way up to Augusta, you know what I'm saying, you'll definitely probably see us there. So you know what I'm saying, but definitely, you know what I'm saying, support these young men, support the Stars, as well as the other flagships. But you know what I'm saying, it's a special time for these young men. So definitely tap in. But so we definitely talked about Justin Wise, North Oconee, dual sport athlete. You know what I'm saying? We wish that brother well, man. Shout out to the whole community up there. But now it's time to get into the college basketball section. I want to start out talking about the South Carolina Gamecocks. I think this team in the SEC has a chance to really shock a lot of people. And people are going to call me crazy, like, Bacon, you know what I'm saying? Do you know what type of season they just had last year? The star player was a post, you know what I'm saying, who didn't really have an offensive game. And I disagree. Cam Bowles can definitely score the ball as an offensive threat. You know what I'm saying? He should be a lottery pick this year, I think, with no question. But why do I believe that South Carolina is going to be big time? First, you know what I'm saying, you look at Eli Ellis, you know what I'm saying, back-to-back MVP of OTE. That doesn't need to be, I'm saying, disclosed or forgotten about. Cam Scott, another top prospect, didn't see a lot of time this year on the floor, but I think just the dog mentality him and Eli share, along with, you know what I'm saying, Michi Johnson was a part of that run a couple years ago, that when they went to the tourney, had a deep run, or Charlotte run, I think they got to the Sweet 16. So we're seeing things come together for them. They have a lot of top prospects, but I say this, not pass it to Naj, man. They just got people coming in, a big coming in. They are versatile. They're big guys who can shoot the ball from range. And I feel like you give Eli Ellis a talented team around him like that. I know he's a freshman, but I think he's definitely gonna make first team All SEC and do a lot of great things there. So that's my bold prediction. You know what I'm saying? Bet long term on the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Yeah, man. You could have just led with the front, Bacon. They got a whole new roster practically. Only two players are returning from last year's team. Cam Scott initially hit the portal,
He
but
did hit the
decided to
portal.
withdraw his name. So it's going to be interesting for him because, like you said, he's going to have to compete in battle, right? They took 6 transfers, Bacon, and they got 5 guys coming in. One roster spot is left, right? So you got the new talent coming in with the Eli Ellis's of the world, the EJ Walkers, the Grant Polks, the Abu Yarmas, the Hayden Asaminians, and he didn't have a great season, right? 2 points, 27% from the field, 21% from 3. So
Yep.
he has to take that next step of his game. Now he's a former highly rated player, but he's going to have tough competition. And you got veteran players. They got Mike Shervovitz, Norton Kapic, Kobe Knox, Elijah Strong. So I think the coach did a really good job of retooling this roster, bringing in highly coveted players out of the transfer portal, bringing in guys that are heavily rated far as high school goes, and I think he's going to have a much better roster at his disposal. So it's going to be interesting. They could be dangerous, but SEC ain't a joke when it comes to basketball, man. 14 teams made the NCAA tournament this past year, so they're going to have to make some noise, but I think they got a pretty talented roster.
100%. So and for me, it's Eli Ellis as just being a major piece, but they really do have some really good transfers coming in. I believe you already said his name, Mike Shermovitz, Frank
Yeah.
Shermovitz. You know what I'm saying that's gonna be a guy to keep in mind. But it's really is how what Eli Ellis's game translates to the SEC world after taking the most elite preps world by storm overtime elite.
No, bro. OTE is a great league. I love it. You know how I feel about OTE, but it's college, bro.
It's college.
These dudes is experienced. You know what I'm saying?
They
5
grown
or 6
men.
years. This is grown, grown men. You know,
Yeah.
I can't say the other one, but grown men. You know what I'm saying? No, bro. Like, not everybody can do that. Now I know Cooper Flag, like, he a different breed though. You know what I'm saying? Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, different breed. VJ Edgecombe, different breed. Right? You go look at Isaiah Evans. That's a player we thought should have hit the court more. Couldn't even see the court like that.
Yeah.
So Ellis is a prolific scorer. It's phenomenal, but I got to see it first. You know what I'm saying? Got to see his habits. Got to see how he plays. Obviously, with them, great. Obviously, dad. He's obviously coaching through, but how will he look? Different competition, veterans, players that he gonna be competing with to get a spot. You know what I'm saying? And when I say a spot, I mean like a spot on the floor, like a Cam Scott and other guys that are veterans. Already 6 veterans, on there, and then you got to compete with 5 guys coming in as freshmen. It's a lot.
That's a lot. I agree with you there, but I think Eli, you know what I'm saying, he's shown a lot over his overtime elite career. You know what I'm saying, starting with the City Reapers, putting the basketball circuit on notice. And as we saw him come through the ranks with YNG Dreamers, with his dad coaching him, a lot of question marks every time he answered the bell. So that's why I'm so bullish. You know what I mean? I think he's going to be one of those freshmen that because he's undersized, so it's easy to write him off. But I think heart over height, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm saying. Heart over height. All right. We're gonna move on to some more news, man. Talking about Sac State. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on down there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Uncle Shaq, you know what I'm saying, the new GM of I think this athletic operations period. You know what I'm saying? Mike Bibby, you know what I'm saying, former Atlanta Hawk, former Sacramento King, the head coach down there. And this is per Shams Charina. On the heels of Shaquille O'Neal and Mike Bibby hiring as a GM and coach, ex-phenom Mikey Williams tells ESPN he has committed to play for Sacramento State, Sac State, after transferring from UCF. You know what I'm saying? So under the tutelage of Shaq, you know what I'm saying? Now, okay, for sure. Big name to Sac State. We just saw they signed a couple players. I'm saying one from UGA, but they're making big moves at Sacramento State, brother. So I'm saying, just what's your thoughts on this? You think this is a good move, or you think he's chasing that bag?
How about a little bit of both?
How about a
You know
little
what
bit
I'm
of both?
saying? How about a little bit of both? Obviously, they got that motion on right now. They just landed Jaden Rashada out of
Yeah.
the portal. Apparently, their bag is deep, and then they're supposed to be going to Division 1 next year. Not this upcoming season, but that following year. So, I mean, yeah, man. If so, like I say this with all respect, but NBA right now and NFL for Rashada, it's probably not a guarantee, right? They're gonna have to work to grind and get back to that level they was at before, right? But why not make a little bit of money while you're doing it? And then I think for Mikey, you go to a spot at Mike Bibby where he's had experience in the NBA, he's had success. He's been able to carve out a career, I think a 10 plus year career there. You know what I'm saying? And then Shaq, we know what Shaq is. So with him being the pundit and being the GM, he gonna bring in the talent to help you because he knows talent. He's obviously a Hall of Famer. So I think it's a good move for Mikey. Like make some dough while you're there, lock in, hopefully get developed by a guard at your position. Obviously, you're more athletic, you're bigger, but Bibby can definitely help you and show you the ins and outs of what it takes to be successful and carve out an NBA career.
I agree. Well said, man. You have Shaq bet on you. You have Shaq bring you in. I think that says a lot. And Mike Bibby was no slouch. I'm saying definitely a pro's pro. I'm saying in his own right. So I agree with you there, brother. We'll see, and we'll keep a close pulse on that UCF transfer to Sac State, Mikey Williams. In other transfer news, I'm saying an Augusta native, Darion Reed, entered the transfer portal not too long ago, exiting Alabama, but will now be going across the Red River to play for the Oklahoma Sooners. That's very big. This past season with the Crimson Tide, averaged 6 points a game, 2.8 rebounds. But like they just said here, they alluded to a high potential two-way wing. But we look at Alabama, the team was already loaded, you know what I mean? I'm saying LeBron Fireline, I'm saying Aiden Sears, I'm saying Mark Sears, you know what I mean? So Chris Youngblood. It was tough for him to get on the court. Um, is that a slide on his game? Maybe, maybe not. But nonetheless, he's betting on himself going to OU. I think it's gonna be fine, man. You know what I'm saying? We saw him play. We saw him play at Double Trouble Elite at Double Trouble with prolific prep. You know what I'm saying? So we know what he's about. I think he'll do great things in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think that's what it is though, and a lot of times these kids will be chasing like that prominent program. I'm not saying that he's a victim of this, but they'll chase the program, and then, like you said, it's rare that as a freshman you're gonna play on a veteran led program. So you almost waste that year if you're not able to play. Now he did play some, obviously, but I think it's a good fit for him. Oklahoma's in need of another wing, right? They're gonna lose Jeremiah Fears, who's obviously probably go off to the league. He had a great freshman year, averaging 17. Um, but yeah, I don't think it's a mark of his game. I just think Alabama's loaded and crowded, and if you need Oates, you're gonna play your veteran pieces that you know is gonna produce for you and give you something consistent. Young players, a lot of times y'all aren't consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to go back and look. Like I told you this year, the VJs, the Aces, the Coopers, they're just different breeds, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the coach knew how to surround them with the right things around them for them to be successful. If you coach Nate Oates, you're trying to make a deep run back into the NCAA tournament. You're probably not looking at development for a Darion Reed. You want to have him to plug and play. So I think that's all it was. I don't think it was his talent. I just think Coach Oates was, looking for something specific. And I think, maybe Darion Reed had to reach another level to get it.
All right. There you have it, folks. Darion Reed to Oklahoma. I think it'll be big things out there. And like I said, we'll definitely keep updated as the season rolls around. But actually, two more things on the college basketball list. But we had to follow up on Andre. I thought it was Andrej. After doing some research, it's Andre Stojakovic from an NBA pedigree, has transferred to Illinois. 6'7", former McDonald's All-American, averaged 17.9 points this past season. Obviously, the son of his father, three-time All-Star. I believe I read that correctly. But you know what I'm saying? Now, when you first saw this, I believe the reports came out a couple before he actually committed that he's going to go to Illinois. But just how do you feel about this move? I don't know too much about the Illinois roster, but I do know they have been a prominent team as of late.
Yeah, they lost a lot, man. They got a couple guys that are actually going off into the league. Two 2 of their 3 leading scorers from last year are gone. They do return a couple of players coming back this year, but he's going to fill that void for them immediately because he can score. Like you talked about him averaging 17.9. Doesn't always need the ball in his hands to be effective. Can be a catch and shoot player. Can put the ball on the floor. Can finish around the rim. But I think when Illinois is losing so much this year to the NBA draft and the lottery, he's going to be able to fill that void for them pretty easily. So I think it's huge.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a big move. And I mean, coming, I think coming back more closer to home, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, no, he probably grew up out there in Sacramento. I believe his father was a GM out there. So coming more toward the East Coast, playing in Chicago, playing in Illinois, excuse me. You know what I mean? That's stepping into a good program, averaging 17.9 points, one of the most intriguing college prospects to me right now. Obviously, an elite level scorer. But the biggest thing about Andre is just he understands the small intricacies of the game. Obviously, being a Euro player, you know what I'm saying? I talked to Coach today. Just these Euro players that come over, they're so locked in on just the fundamentals. Like I think he hits a numerous amount of just bank shots. You know what I'm saying? Like like how Anthony Edwards just does a lot of the simplistic things. That's a lot of things. You know what I'm saying, that they preach over there in in the Euro landscape, and we see the same thing in Andre. So I'm definitely intrigued to see how he fits in, and I'm definitely going to watch some more games this year for sure.
100%.
Last topic for college basketball. How dangerous? I should have chopped out this link, but how actually we got two more. Let's go here first. Let's react to Jamie Shaw's most recent 5-star list. All right. All right. Per James Shaw on threes, final 5 stars. Number one, no secret. AJ DeBonce at number one. Number two, Nate Ament. Three, Darren Peterson. We see that recent that's the quick change. Cam number four, Cam Boozer. Five, and I'm saying Georgia Hoopstar, Caleb Wilson. Six, Christian Act. Seven, Elijah Rennes, who just checked out of the hospital not too long ago. List to be positive signs after that horrific car crash. Eight, Brandon Berries, not just very high on him. Kareem Lopez. 10, Koa Pete. 11, Tunde Youssef.
Yusufwa.
Say it again.
Yusufwa.
Yusuf Yesafar. I bet. Yesafar. 12, Braylon Mullins. 13, Kingston Flemings, and rounding out the list, Michael Brown at 14, Louisville commitment. So when you first saw this, you were saying, what did you rate this list?
It's pretty solid, man. I give him like a B plus. I would change probably Boozer. I mean, for me, Boozer is a top two. That's just my personal preference, though. I like Nate Ament. I'll probably put Ament at 3. Put Darren Peterson at 4. I know Peterson is, I think, number 102 for sevens board. But I just like DeBonce. I think when you have a 6'8", 6'9" wing that can defend and shoot, we've seen him a couple times play basketball in the EYBL circuit. I just think DeBonce gives you everything you need, and he's gonna make BYU was good this year. He gonna make that BYU team fun to watch. And then Nate Ament is just a all around just great specimen. You know what I'm saying? Can shoot, really get his own shots, buckets. He could do a lot, man. Tennessee getting him was huge, and obviously landing them. And I'm not gonna lie, UConn dealing with something special, man. I think they got Braylon Mullins. Obviously, I think they got Darius Adams, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta go back and look.
He decommitted.
Okay, yeah, he did. He just recently commit?
He did just recently decommit. I can look that up.
Hold on, that was like on my mind. Oh yeah, he committed to Maryland. There it is.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. But yeah, they could have kept him out. But I like the class that UConn's building right now, man. It's really good, and I think they're gonna be a team to watch. Syracuse is another team I like, but I'd say it's overall just solid, pretty solid list, man. Them the only major changes. I'll probably move Koa P up a little bit. I really like his game as well, but overall solid list.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. Solid list. You know what I'm saying? I like Cam Boozer probably at 2. Cam Boozer at 2. I like Native Met too, so I guess I agree with you there. For whatever reason, actually, I'm gonna keep Darren Peterson at 4, put Native Met at 5, just to split hairs, man. I really like Darren Peterson, but just a dog. His game is simplistic, kind of like Kawhi Leonard, if you will, man. I just think, you know what I'm saying. No disrespect to anybody, but if anybody were to fall off, I think De'Aaron Peterson is the least person that we need to worry about falling off. I like Caleb Wilson top 5 for sure. So you know what I'm saying, I can't complain with this list. And Michael Brown is he's definitely one to watch. He's at the bottom, but I'm saying, but I think he could be one of those as well. Like for sure lock in to be a solid NBA pro. That's my take. Ladies and gentlemen. So that's our thought on Jamie Shaw's final 2025 5-star list. And last but not least, Cedric Coward. You know what I'm saying? A top player from Washington State, transferring to Duke, the number 1 transfer player in the portal, joining an already talented Duke team. Didn't get a lot of burn this year. Had the season-ending injury after 5 games. But with that addition, man, we already see Duke being number 1 in the preseason polls, man. But you know what I'm saying, it's how easy is this championship that Duke's about to encounter, bro? Or do you think it's not gonna be easy?
I think if they got Cooper Flag, it would have been easy if he didn't go to the NBA draft for sure.
Yeah, it'd been a shoo-in.
Just with everything they got, I think be a shoo-in. But no, I think it's going to be competitive next year again. Landon Cedric Coward is obviously a big deal for them. And remember, he started off Division III before he went to Eastern Washington. That's what I said. Everybody's path is different, and they're making a path now. If you can go ball at a certain level, continue to work your game up, you can transfer up, man. So I tell any kid, even if it's not D1, it's okay. Go D2, D3, build your name, and look at Cedric Coward, excuse me, and what he's able to do. But yeah, if you coach Shire, you needed that veteran presence. You had some pieces in there, obviously, but you needed a guy that could go get a bucket, which I think they had on the bench with Isaiah Evans, who obviously recently hit the draft. He's going through the process, see how that works. But I think you need somebody that you can plug in and play, man. And that's what Coward's going to give you. A proven scorer, somebody that can fulfill their role. He's going to know what to do. And that's what kind of hurt Duke, in that game against Houston. They needed somebody to go get a bucket besides Cooper and got all the defensive attention. They had Colin Knipple. They had Malowatch, right? But Kniple's really good. I like him. But Malowatch is like kind of a big – they didn't have anybody else to go get a bucket to relieve Cooper. And I think that's what the role that Coward can fill. Obviously, with a top-rated class coming in, the Boozer twins, you feel pretty good about that.
100%. I mean, like you just alluded to, they insert Isaiah Evans in that game. They probably get past Houston, but yes, he has entered his name to the draft, him and Coward. But it's more so just we want to evaluate ourselves, to where our ratings are to come back. So that's what that is. And the word is that they're going to slide Coward into that Con Canupa role. But I do think it's going to be tough to beat the Blue Devils. Cam Boozer is Cam Boozer. You know what I mean? Paulo Banchero is my playing comp. Caden Boozer, one of the best point guards in his class. Isaiah Evans should see starting minutes eventually. If he comes off the bench and plays 6-man, that's cool. But I think in certain matchups, and as the season progresses, it's going to be hard to keep him out of the starting lineup. That's just my opinion. I think Naj will concur.
I thought he should have played more than he did this year. I think he showed you to just how a microwave he was in some of the games he carried you. When they beat Tech, bro had hit 4 or 5 threes, bro, and they were struggling. That's what I'm saying. You got to play. If you need a bucket, remember that game against Houston, they couldn't score that last 8, 9, 10 minutes. Go put in your microwave. I know it's one of the biggest games of the year, but let him run for 2 or 3 minutes, see what he can do. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, I 100% agree, bro. He's too good to be sitting on the bench, respectfully.
I'm sure this will definitely come out in a documentary one day, and I'll definitely be tapped in, because we definitely need to hear that. And shame on the journalists for not asking the tough questions, because I'm definitely asking them.
I am too. Yeah, like throughout the year when you was going through spells, like, and it was one game, it was on ESPN. They asked him, it was like, well, we see Evans play more minutes, or what I'm saying, why do you think he hasn't seen the court more? He popped off for like 30 points.
30, brother.
How do you put him on the bench? Like, and then Isaiah had the perfect mindset about it. He was like, I just do what I'm told, man. I'm going through the process, man. Be ready for my opportunity. I just don't feel like Shire gave him enough.
I agree. I agree, man. After 30, you get put on the bench and you get iced. Tough. But I do think this year will be. It's hard to believe he'll do it twice. Otherwise, I think he would transfer out by now. So you know what I'm saying? We'll definitely keep our finger on that story. But talking WBB, man, starting with you, Naj, you know what I'm saying? We just talked to, you know what I'm saying, a young lady who's budding in the WBB world. But you know what I'm saying, to you, brother, in the WNBA, what is the most interesting three? Give me three. The most interesting teams to you.
I definitely got Golden State Valkyries. I just say them
Mm.
because they're a new team,
Mm.
and they got an interesting roster. They only got a couple players, with like a lot of experience. Tiffany Hayes is one. You got Monique Billings, Stephanie Talbot, Kayla Thornton. I'm just curious to see how they're going to look, as the first team. Expansion team. They're not going to have the number 5 overall pick, Justice Joycey, who's obviously not on their roster in the training camp. Obviously, it's preseason right now. But a new team, how do they look to the fray? Remember, they expanded. How good can they be just in that first year? They're one, and I think you got to go Dallas Wings. They got Paige Bookers like that. They're going to be interesting. A lot of eyes are going to be on her. She might not have the same effect as a Caitlin Clark in terms of viewership, but a lot of people are going to want to see her with a DJ Carrington, an Enrique Ogunbale, Kaylee Charles. How would that look year one? Can they make some noise? Can they pull an Indiana Fever and make a playoffs? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's interesting enough as well. And the Washington Mystics, Aaliyah Edwards got hurt. We heard that name a lot. You know what I'm saying? Got hurt at training camp. So it's kind of bitten them a lot. Mystics was supposed to try to take that next step this year.
Yeah.
So kind of how would they look with her being out and everything? The season less than 2 weeks away. And I think last but not least, you got to go Connecticut Sun. What I'm saying, really talented team. I think they're going through a little bit of a rebuild. How would that look in the new year with some of the new players they got?
I agree, man. The Connecticut Sun definitely a team to watch for sure. I think for me, of course, a dream, the Atlanta Dream, but I'm gonna get to them in a second. The LA Sparks, man, you know what I'm saying? They got a tough squad. Rakia Jackson returning for a second year after 13 points in the first year. De'Erica Hamby, you know what I'm saying? We saw what she did in the 3v3 league. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely an efficient two-way scorer. Kelsey Plum, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Coming from the Aces, coming to LA, coming to, you know what I'm saying, the Sunshine State. I think, you know what I'm saying, this team, it's a good mix of youth and, you know what I'm saying, and youth and veteran leadership. You got Cam Brink, was a fan favorite until she, you know what I'm saying, she got injured last year. So I think the Sparks would definitely definitely have something to say in the W. And I know this is cliche. It's tough to rule them out, but the Fever, man, they struggled last year. They did make the playoffs, but I really think this team has what it takes to definitely probably threaten the Aces and the Liberty for championship contention. You know what I'm saying? They got obviously Caitlin Clark, you know what I'm saying, Aaliyah Boston, you know what I'm saying, the veteran DeWanna Bonner, you know what I'm saying? It's just tough to beat. You know what I'm saying? The roster is already stacked. You know what I'm saying? Natasha Howard, you know what I'm saying? Kelsey Mitchell, you know what I'm saying, very a big wheel, a big cog in that wheel last year for them. And then, you know what I'm saying, to round it out, you know what I'm saying, you got the Atlanta Dream, man, who made a splash this offseason. You know what I'm saying, bringing in the OG, Brittany Griner, you know what I'm saying, already averaging 17 points. Can she keep that going? You know what I'm saying, a year older, playing 11 years in the W. Brianna Jones, you know what I'm saying, one of the most, I'm not gonna say slept down on, I think maybe underrated superstars last year playing for the Connecticut Sun. You know what I'm saying? Big get. I think this is a year. I'll say it every year until we see it. You know what I'm saying? Launches on the Dream with Ryan Howard. I think this is gonna be a big year for her. You know what I'm saying? Coming off the Olympics run, playing 3v3, shooting the lights out. Even the same thing in the Unrivaled League, right? So I think this is a prime year to see her kind of saying get going and continue to be consistent. Alicia Gray, we all know what she does. One of the best sharpshooters in the league. And you match that with Tahina Papa out of South Carolina, one of the best scorers or shooters, you know what I'm saying, from the SEC under Don Staley camp. It's just a match made, you know what I'm saying, match made in heaven, brother. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you got Haley Jones, big point guard, Nas Hillman. I just think it's time. It's time under a new regime, under a new head coach. It's time for the Dream to finally push through the ceiling and shine like the beautiful flowers that they are.
Well, you a true Atlanta fan, boy.
You know it, man.
Atlanta fan, boy. Woo.
You know it, man.
I don't know how you be telling yourself that, dog.
You don't think the Dream gonna be tough?
No, I do. I'm just giving you stuff for it. You know, we'll be better again this year.
It's that Bengals draft hangovers, lady. It's all right. I'm gonna let them slide.
Don't do that.
Y'all look good. Y'all look good.
Stop.
But nonetheless, I think it's one more team, one more bonus team. I think I did 3, but I'm gonna do one more. What I put on my list? The Aces. You know what I'm saying? I even throw the Aces in there, man. Solid team. You never can count. Excuse me. You never can count out. You know what I'm saying? The Lioness. You know what I'm saying? The leader of the pack, man. You know what I mean? Asia the Great Wilson, man, who just got, not just got, Don Staley just got a statue in Columbia. But, you know what I'm saying, Jackie Young, they got some new faces, you know what I mean? Kristen Bell, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be good. Chelsea Gray, they'll be solid. Obviously don't have their point guard, I'm saying, but they do have Jewel Lloyd, Cheyenne Parker, you know what I'm saying, was a former Dream player. But, you know, we got Becky Hammond as the head coach, coming from that Coach Popovich tree. They'll be fine. They'll be solid. They'll be fine. So those are my teams to watch. But I think the most intriguing team I named is the Los Angeles Sparks. I really think they can do something for sure.
Los Angeles Sparks. All right.
All right. Next topic. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna wrap up here quick, folks. We're gonna do. We gotta talk about the matchup between Kalina Smith and Kate Harpin, man. So I'm sure you've seen the footage by now, brother. I'm gonna pull it up if I can find something on Twitter. But you know what I'm saying? That's the battle of the two number ones. You got Kate Harpin, number one player in 26, and Kalina Smith, the number one player in or the 26, 27, I believe so. I double check that. But you know what I'm saying? Just what were your thoughts on that, my friend?
Yeah, man, I love the battle, man. Two really great players going head to head. Kate Harpin was doing her thing. Obviously, you know, girl she's going against, she was doing her thing. I mean, I think we need to see more of these things. You know, we've seen a little bit, not 1-versus-1, but, you know, Caleb going against Isaiah way back, you know, a couple years ago. I think it just makes for good TV, good matchups, good to see, you know, kind of where you at. You know, can you go toe-to-toe with a top player in the country? You know, and if you can, that kind of cements you as him or her, you know. So I thought it was a great matchup, too. Elite players showcasing their bags, what they've been working on. And see who comes out on top.
Yeah, I agree with you, brother. It is 26 and 27 to confirm for the people. And it was box office. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you have two players like that who can go back and forth, handling the ball, shooting out the dribble, it's just what you want to see. You know what I'm saying? The 7-day, I think the team was 7-day for Kalina Smith against the Southeastern All-Stars. That's Brandon Clay's team. It was just good to see, man. Definitely had my popcorn out. Watched the whole 20 minutes. It was definitely captivated, man, for sure. So shout out to those two young ladies. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the WBB space, there's definitely two names you need to know, especially if you're in the state of Georgia, man. Kate Harpin is right under your nose in Atlanta at Marist. At Marist, right?
Yes, sir.
At Marist, so definitely tap in as she enters into her senior year, man. Get it while the tickets is cheap. For sure. But you know what I'm saying, we'll do last. I know we're coming up on time here. Eighth grade prospect, Kristen Winston. We brought her up earlier in the podcast where we had on Elise. Brother, you know what I'm saying, out of Huntsville, man. You know, she's been blowing up. Just what's your thoughts on Miss Winston, man?
Yeah, she's been popping, man. Shout out to Raw. Raw kind of put us on game with her. Same thing, man. I mean, like, just really, really smooth. It's hard to even say at that young of an age, a polished game, but she knows what to do. She knows how to get to her spots already. She already has a really good ball handle. She knows how to create offense, not just for herself, but for others. She can do a little bit of everything, man. I think people have taken notice, and she's popping. And just in the 8th grade.
Nah, facts. Yeah, as you see here, just picked up that UJ offer. I wish you picked up Texas as well. I think that was the first P5 offer. I could be wrong. She for offer from our first offer was
Got offer
Alabama.
from Texas
Excuse me.
too.
Say it again.
Got offer from Texas too. So no, not first Power Five.
100%. Got an offer from Texas. I think the first one was the one from Alabama. But yeah, she's definitely doing her thing. She's popping, and she met to make things that much more special. She met Asia Wilson. You know what I'm saying in the airport, man. So definitely shout out to Miss Winston. But another thing about her game that's spectacular. You know, she knows how to use her body, man. She knows
Yes.
how to hold defenders off. You know, what I'm saying kind of lanky. So you know, so definitely another name to write down, put in your notes, or to store up in that membrane for women's basketball. You know what I'm saying on the grassroots level. But that'll wrap up the WBB section. Transitioning into NBA, man. Hot topic, brother. You know what I'm saying? What NBA trades need to be made, brother?
Hold on, my brother. I'm finna pull something up for you.
Take your time. Take your time. You got a spreadsheet, ladies and gentlemen. I like it. Excuse me. The White's pulling that up. I will say, man, I'm gonna go ahead and break the ice, man. Tyler Hero, got to get him out of there. Got to get him out of Miami. Go ahead and trade him while the getting is good. Don't be like the Hawks and hold on to your superstar too long. Go ahead and get him out of there. Probably package him up. Him and Andrew Wiggins. Get you something good. Tell me something good in the free agency market. Got your cornerstone Bam out of bio. To me, still top 10 in the league. You know what I'm saying? He moved forward. I know Pat Riley, he came with sleep right now, the way they just got disrespected and Molly Wapton sitting out the first round. So that's gonna be my first order of business if I'm the Italian stallion Pat Riley.
Yeah, you gotta blow it up.
What you mean? Oh yeah, you gotta blow it up, man. Once Jimmy left, Jimmy was everything. He was the engine. But you know what I'm saying? Once he left, it was just it didn't the engine didn't have no hum to it. It was popping and cracking all over the place.
And then all right, hold on, I had to pull this up. Even though I had the Lakers winning this series, I think it's freaking hilarious. I'm sure you've seen it, Bacon.
Oh yeah. To my aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me pull that up.
Man.
Two man, Lakers and pie.
Hey.
UGA, Lakers and pie. I just love the twist he had on it, man. I mean, he's funny. Then he walked through LA. It was like, yo, what's your favorite movie? It was like Boys in the Hood, thinking that's what it is, you know, just assuming. He's like, nah, Matilda. And I love too that it was another one that showed his interview with Taylor Rooks back when he was at UGA, and he said the same thing. So, I mean, and he just true to himself, man. I love that about him. Some people don't like his whole situation with the women and the kids and everything and whatever it is, but he's what the NBA needs at the right time. I mean, really is. He's knocking off legends. You know what I'm saying? KD last year, LeBron this year. We don't know how much time LeBron has left. But I think last year we got robbed, bro. We got robbed of a great NBA Finals, respectfully. I know it was Kyrie, Luka, all the great players they had, but imagine Ant going against Tatum and Brown. Like if that happens this year, I'm up for it. Let me see what Ant can do. So I just love his mindset, his mentality, man. He gonna talk his ish and play. And he don't care who he got to go through, man. And he has that early persona, just reminiscent of like the Jordans and obviously Kobe's of the world. Just he gonna attack you, he gonna bump you, you gonna feel his presence, man. And you knew the young man wasn't kidding when he told President Obama, like, hey, you asked them, I'm the truth. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of confidence you gotta have. It's not gonna rub everybody the right way, but it's just crazy to see the twist because I remember at one point, Ja was like the face of the league. Everything happened with him, unfortunately, and now it to me, Ant-Man is in that conversation. When you look at the new era and who you're going to identify, he's in there, whether he wants to be or not. I mean, you got a way and a persona about him that just has people gravitate towards it. And it's box office. Like you want to see that kid play because he's like a Russell Westbrook, like not in terms of playing alike, but just that 110% all gas, no brakes. Every single night, you're gonna get the best out of me, and he don't cheat the game.
He don't cheat the game. He does everything. He does all the small things right. Like I said about Andres, he studies and he studied Ant by knocking down those jumpers off the bank. Off the glass. So when you doing those little things, man, and you ultimately just being yourself. So he came out and said, "I don't want to be the face of the league," but if he can be the face of the league, just being himself, like you said. But building off your point, it's the best thing for the league right now. This will only boost the ratings of the NBA playoffs, especially when he plays. And for those who are asking, who are wondering, matter of fact, the NBA playoffs ratings were up the highest they've been in the past 20, 25 years. And I think, I'm saying, obviously the Luka Doncic trade and Anthony Edwards has a lot to do with that. But back to the point, like I said, I'm trading Tyler Hero, Andrew Wiggins. Do you think that the Lakers should go ahead and jump ship on Luka Doncic to get him out of there while the Giddens is good because he doesn't play defense?
Bacon. Luka is one of my favorite players. Honestly, is. Have his Dallas jersey. Luka needs to play basketball. Defense, bro. I know you've hooped before. Defense ain't nothing but effort, dog.
Ain't nothing but effort.
It literally is nothing but effort, bro. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, I'm not saying Luka don't want it because he showed that he does, getting them to the finals and everything like that. He gotta want it on defense, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know some people compare him like, oh, well, Jokic don't play defense, but Jokic do what's necessary to win, bro. At some point, if you're Luka, you gotta get in shape, bro. You got to do the runs. You got to lay off whatever it is. And maybe that's what, Nico Harrison saw. Now, that's not to say that's not irrectifiable. Like, he can't change it around. But it's time for him to – he going to get to a point, his peers going to pass him, bro. Like, Tatum already got a ring. We're seeing the young stars getting rings now. Yoke got one. You know what I'm saying? Before you know it, Ant's going to probably get one. SGA's in contention to get one. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you in a good situation. You know what I'm saying? Now, the Dallas thing, not his fault. But you can change the narrative with, LA. Right? You know they're going to get you with the right talent. Right? They didn't have the right talent around them this year. Obviously. They didn't have a big man. They got to figure all that out. But you have to try. You cannot be getting singled and called out every single play, bro. And then every time you don't get a call, you're complaining to the refs. Play the game.
Yeah.
Play the game. Because you know good and darn well when you were over there playing at Spain when you were young, you weren't getting them calls. So I think he's been spoiled a little bit. And he always expected, like, go play. Let whatever happens, happens. So I agree with Perk, though. He's the worst defensive star in the game. He is. He don't try. You have to at least try. Bend your knees. Work on your lateral movement in the offseason. That's what I understand about players. Y'all get paid to do this for a living. You should be the best at your craft. If you're getting paid millions of dollars to do it. That part I just don't understand. I wouldn't trade him if I'm LA because we didn't give up a lot, but you did give up some pieces in order to get him. He's obviously a superstar, but somebody needs to sit him down and have a real conversation with him. That's it. Have a real conversation with Luka and tell him what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to be considered, he's already in that conversation for a potential all-time great. If you really want to be the all-time great, you got to be best on both sides of the ball. Go look at the other eras. Michael Jordan won multiple time defensive players of the year. You know what I'm saying? Kobe, you might not think of him as a defender, but he played defense.
Kobe played defense for sure.
Go play defense. Everybody get on Steph, say he's not the best defender. Okay, go back to 2022 when he won that title. Steph was playing some damn defense. You know what I'm saying? It's effort, bro. Up your effort, and you'll get the results. We already know how much of a superstar you're on offense. Got to get your body right, bro. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't hard. Get your nutritionist. Get you a cook. You got to know to do it. Why not be great? get the most out of yourself while you can. So no, I wouldn't say blow it up, but he definitely made Nico look better today. I can say that.
Absolutely. Lay off the Bears, brother. Take the game serious. Spend some with LeBron. He'll get you right. They didn't have a big man, but I believe they definitely had enough to get past the Timberwolves, and for him to be one of the reasons, I'm not gonna say the main reasons, that LeBron has got bounced out by the Timberwolves 3-1 or 4-1. Ain't a good look.
It ain't.
Good look. But we digress. So, in positive news, you know what I'm saying, we've been heavy on Georgia basketball tonight. We're back on the beat again. Stephon Castle wins Rookie of the Year. No surprise here. Just superb player, man. Superb player from Covington, Georgia. Did his thing, put his talents on full display for the nation to see at UConn. I believe a freshman of the year there as well. Lottery pick, top 3, top 4. So to see this under the tutelage of Chris Paul playing alongside one of the probably the best up and coming prospects in the NBA to possibly get another ring before Luka does, Victor Wembanyama, this is no surprise, brother. So when you saw this news, were you surprised?
With Castle, no.
Yeah.
No. Why would we be surprised? I wish I could have seen him in person. No. You know what I'm saying? He's a baller. You know what I'm saying? And he just got the right foundation, bro. I think when it starts from the top from his parents, man. And he went to a great school to go get developed, hard coaching. And it's not nothing he's not used to. You know what I'm saying? And that's helped his game flourish. Like, go look at UConn. I know one of the centers they had from the year they won the obviously national championship. I don't think he had that big of an impact, but he challenged Stephon, man, and Stephon is reaping the benefits, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He is, and they got something special there. Now they got to decide this offseason if they want to go get another piece to go with Wembanyama. Or we got De'Aaron Fox, got Wembanyama. You obviously got a Stephon Castle. Do you go and trade for Giannis? Right, get 36 I think draft picks over the next like 7-8 years. Do you go get another piece to fulfill, or do you build around what you already have? Right, but Castle is. I mean, you've seen the poster dunks, you've seen the defensive plays and steals that he made. Again, same thing we say with Ant. Like, or we was just saying, you got to want it on both ends of the floor. That's Castle. Now we grow into a star. I don't know. Right, that's an interesting question, but he's so good because he's a wing that can play with the ball and without the ball. And that's the kind of game you gotta have. Gotta be able to do both. And Bond can do both, bro. So I think it's well deserved. I think Collier made a late push there to threaten for it. And I'm glad that his game is continuing to take that next level. But Castle, man, well deserved. He's been that guy all year long.
Yes, I agree. Fighting close race between him and Risa Shea from Atlanta as it came down to the wire. I just think Stephon's game just a lot more. It's a little more polished. Really a good bit, in my opinion, more polished in terms of just creating his own bucket. Play with, I think, some more confidence on the floor, but I think that's what ultimately led to him getting NBA Rookie of the Year. But yeah, definitely kudos to him and the Castle family. Especially, you know what I'm saying, for a Georgia boy to get it, you know what I'm saying, you can't complain with that either. So if we get some peaches in the chat, that'd be nice. Peaches in the chat. Last thing, as we wrap up and go to our last segment, our film reviews. How far can the Indiana Pacers go after, you know what I'm saying, dominating the Milwaukee Bucks?
Let's relax. Relax. I had Indiana winning. Let's pump the brakes. Let's take a deep breath. All right, Bacon. Feel me? Let's take a deep breath.
I'm feeling pull the bracket. I mean, Indiana is an interesting team, brother. They're gonna play.
Let's calm down.
They're gonna play Cleveland. I like Cleveland in the matchup, but it's gonna be a good series.
Let's find out. Cleveland's a contender. Cleveland got Baby D Wade.
Baby D Wade, 100%.
Right. Cleveland got obviously Evan Mobley, who's having a really good year. One defensive player of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Kind of robbed Draymond a little bit, if I'm not mistaken on that one. They got Darius Garland who's taking a step forward. They got Jared Allen. No man, they got them Twin Towers, dog. I don't know, man. That's it's a different animal.
Twin Towers in Indiana too, though.
Yeah,
Pascal ain't no joke.
yeah. I don't know if the Twin Towers can meet them Twin Towers though.
I agree. I like Cleveland, but this is gonna be a series that every game is possibly come down to the wire.
I got Cleveland though. I don't think if it's somebody else, maybe. If it was the Knicks, I'll give you that.
You like the Knicks over the Pacers?
No. Yes. No. Pacers over the Knicks. I'm sorry, you messing me up. No.
Okay.
Like if the Pacers was playing the Knicks,
Okay.
I'll feel you on that. I'll take the Pacers. But I think Cleveland that poses a different challenge. Like Cleveland and Boston is here for me. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
No. I like Cleveland in the series. How many? Let me ask you this: how many games do you think this series will go?
I go 6.
6. That's respectable. So
6.
we're on the same field. But you said pump the brakes like they don't get like 5. Get out of there in 5 games.
Could be Cavs and 5.
Cavs and 5.
Could be Cavs and 5. Could be.
Huff caps. Cavs and 5.
Cavs and 5.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, I agree, man. Tyrese Halliburton, you know what I'm saying? I know his pops is coming, and I'm gonna ask you about that too before we dive a little just a tad bit deeper because we are on time constraints. Just how do you feel about the whole, you know what I'm saying, his pops, you know what I'm saying, kind of got it into with Giannis. Do you think he should be invited to any more NBA games after that fiasco?
There's been a development. He can't even come for the foreseeable future. I don't know if you've seen that, brother.
I did not. That's not a good. That's a good move. That's a good move.
Yeah, had conversations with some of the Pacers execs. I think NBA. But yeah, man, come on, bro. You don't do that right after the game, man, and man lost. And you doing that in his face, no, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm nothing wrong with a parent celebrating, but there's levels to it. Like, I give an example. Ja's dad, he got a lot of like criticism and stuff like that, but I never seen him taunting the other player. He would always dap up, his son, celebrate with his son. He might have had conversation with Karl-Anthony Towns' dad way back when, but it was never like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm gonna go blatantly in your face. No, bro. There's no place for that. So, I mean, 100% agree. Like, yeah, they did right.
Yeah, 100% they did right. Yeah, that's uncalled for. But to the particulars of the series, Tyrese Halliburton is a dog. Got Nembhard on the squad, but like I said, brother, I do agree. You know, Pascal averaging 20 points. Now, you know, I know Darius Garland is doing his thing, and I do think it will be a good series to watch. But for sure. So Pacers Cleveland in 5 or 6. You know what I'm saying? We'll definitely see. But as we come to a close, we're gonna watch the film on a 7th grader to know of the EYBL circuit, man. This is per courtside film. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of talent, you know what I'm saying, on the girls' side. We definitely got to show on the ladies. Let's look at her name first. Ashley Wilson plays for what does she play for? I think it's Indiana Attack. I can't remember. I'll get it in just a second. But quick film here, ladies and gentlemen. Nice pull up. You know what I'm saying? That's a pro move, bro, as a 7th grader. Coming off the screen, elbow jumper. Everything seems to be fluid, you know what I'm saying? For a 7th grader, nice pull up, you know what I'm saying? Everything is fluid, man. That's really what you evaluate. Nothing looks herky-jerky, nothing looks, you know what I'm saying? She's not second guessing it, she's just letting it fly. Looks like an upperclassman already. So yeah, man. Out of Iowa Attack. 7th grader Ashley Wilson, man. So, brother, after seeing that, just what's your thoughts on her overall game as we come to a close?
Yeah, solid film, man. Like I said, kind of have a pro style game already able to get those kind of shots that she'll probably have to get accustomed to seeing, at the next level. It'd be harder to get like uncontested shots, and you have to hit tough shots over people. Can shoot it off the dribble. I like that part. Can catch and shoot it. Looks like her game she's real comfortable offensively.
I concur with you there, brother. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check her out, ladies and gentlemen. Ashley Wilson, Iowa Attack. This has been a fully loaded show. You know what I'm saying? We talked to Marcus Curry, you know what I'm saying, Elise, you know what I'm saying, from Now Elite out of Huntsville, Alabama, man. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you got brother Nigel Wilkins on here, Arvon Bacon on here from Bacon Network. It's always a good time. We'll get to talk to y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Just some game as we transition. You know what I'm saying? Just keep believing in yourself, man. Keep staying to what you've been doing. Always seek to improve. Don't get too high, too low. Um, this thing called life. It's just a lot of whirlwinds. We just got a lot of AI going on, man. But clean up your diet. You know what I'm saying, as much as you can, and continue to move forward. Don't pay attention to the naysayers. It's a lot of energy in the world right now. You know what I'm saying? A lot of nonsense on your phone. You can scroll all day, but just man, try to focus. Focus as much as you can.
Playing something I'm too much to add, brother. He's 100% right. I'm with him. It's been a busy couple of weeks for me, or busy few weeks ahead. But yeah, just you have periods in your life sometimes you have to lock in for a few weeks. You know what I'm saying, in order to attain different goals and ambitions that you have. I would rather lock in for them few weeks than have to lock in years later for years at a time. So just being transparent with y'all, this is one of the journeys I'm on right now, locking in for these next couple of weeks. I'm using a rental, just to get around all these schools that want me to come. But I'm looking at the payoff, down the line, creating wholesome relationships with coaches and players. It can just continue into be able to help kids and push kids out, man. So I tell anybody, man, it's nothing wrong with grinding for however long it is. If it's a certain amount of period, just to get ahead in life. There's nothing wrong with it. It's always gonna be stuff there. It's always gonna be parties. It's always gonna be fun stuff to do. I like to do fun stuff too. But nothing wrong with locking in for a few weeks, or months or years to get where you want to be. So for us, like me and Bacon, we probably gonna struggle a little bit just in terms of doing the stuff we like to do outside of what we normally do, which is do articles and um, learn investments, AI stuff, because we locking into these spring practices, stuff like that. But we know it's gonna pay off in the long run. Doing these podcasts, which don't always generate the most viewers. What I'm saying, for 2 hours, but giving y'all great wholesome information. What I'm saying, reacting. We know it's gonna pay off in the end. So anybody that's watching, man, just use this as an example, man. When you on your journey and you're trying to achieve greatness, it ain't gonna always be the best results early, but it's the daily deposits. It's consistency with nobody watching. And then when you pop, you're like, you know what, Naj? Bacon. I put that time in every single day. It didn't yield the best results, had diminishing returns to start. But now I see it after years of work. I'll leave y'all with that.
Amen, brother. The buzzer pastor. We didn't even know it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Just Citizen News Podcast. Nigel and Bacon. We signed in. Now we're officially signing out. We'll see y'all Monday at 6:30 to talk the latest in the football scene. It's hot, Citizen News. So y'all be blessed. Until then, peace and love.